our guided reading is going to be on a nonfiction text. Can anyone tell me what the title is called? What is it called? Awesome Ants. So does anyone know what nonfiction means? Yes. That it's true. That it's something that's actually factual that has happened before, okay? And today what we're going to focus on while we read Awesome Ants is our vocabulary. And a couple of different skills we could use to better our vocabulary is by using synonyms and antonyms in order to help figure out words. Does anyone know what a synonym is? Do you know what a synonym is? Yes. That means the same, the similar, right? What about an antonym? Yes. It's the opposite, okay? So we're going to go through some different synonyms and antonyms before we start reading. That way, you can kind of be more familiar with the words in the text. Also, what's another way that we could help figure out words inside of a text? There's a word that we can use. Do you know? No? You can sound it out. What's another, like, some type of focus on the synonyms and antonyms, so you can even just put a little line through that right here. The first one, little. Does anyone have a synonym for the word little? And actually what we'll do is, how about we just go right through the table so everyone gets a chance, okay? So what's a synonym for the word little? Tiny. Tiny. Does tiny work for the synonym? Yes, it does. So the synonym is the same, right? So why don't we write tiny right in that box? Everyone can write it down just like I'm writing it in here. So now that we've come up with the synonym for the word little, what do you think an antonym for the word little could be? Yes. Big. Okay, so let's write down the word big. So remember, synonym is similar and antonym is different. Okay, it's opposite. Okay, what about the next word? Strong. Yes. What do you think weak would be? The synonym or the antonym for the word strong? Strong. Because what do you think strong is the opposite of weak, right? Okay. So what about the synonym for the word strong? What word in this box right here do you think? Kind of the same as strong. Powerful. That's a great one. Let's write that down for synonym. Great job. Now, what do you think the antonym or the opposite for the word strong? Weak. Very good. Help you out. Okay. What about the word, what's this next word?
Survive.
Survive. Do you have a synonym or something that's the same as survive? What did you say? Sorry. Live. Very good, because survive is also means to live, right? So let's write down the word live. Right inside the first box, okay? Does everyone have that? Good job. Nice. Okay. What about an antonym or the opposite of the word survive? Yes. Die. Very good. And do you see that you can also compare the synonym we came up with and the antonym, and they're also synonyms and antonyms, live and die, right? So they all match up. Great. What about the next What was the incident? Hurt. Very good. Very nice. Okay, what's the next word? Yes? It's okay, just reread the word down here. Thin. So what is the synonym for thin? What's synonym mean? The same. So is thin and thick the same? No. What do you think the same as thin?
Excuse me.
What's that word? Slim. Very good. Slim and thin are synonyms. And now you already have the antonym. What was the antonym? Thick. Very good. Now what about what's the next word? Fine. And what's a synonym for the word fine? I don't think it's hurt. You want to ask one of your friends, see if they can help you? What do you think is a synonym for the word find? Search. That's a good one, but is that one in the box? We're working on the word in the box, yes. Discover. Very good. Because the word discover means the same as the word find. Why don't we, since that one was a little bit more tricky, why don't we try to see if our context clues could help you figure that word out? So the word find is on page, you know what page? Page 10. Everyone go to page 10. Okay, so page 10. And do you see where it's highlighted? The very last sentence. Do you think you can read the sentence for me? The trail.
The trail allows them to find the food and return to the
Colony. So do you see, does that sentence help you figure out what the word find means? Can you put discover in that blank instead of find? Why don't you try reading it with the word discover?
The trail allows them to discover the food and return to the colony.
Perfect. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's how synonym works. You can replace the word in the sentence, and you can use your context clues to figure out that they have to return it to the colony, so they had to find it, right? Okay, now what was the opposite of the word find? Yes?
No.
That would, to find and search, that could be another synonym, but that's not one inside of our box. So that's great, because you're actually you're coming up with the words yourself, so that's fantastic. But inside the box, what is the opposite or the antonym of the word find? Lost. Very good. Good job. Okay, what about the next word? What's the next word? Above. Do you know what the synonym for above is? Over. Very good. And what about below? Good job. That's the opposite. Very good. Okay, and the last one, what's the last word? Young. What do you think the last word could be? What do you think that synonym is? Youthful, very good. It kind of looks like youngful, but it's youthful. Doesn't that help? Because the word youth and the word young are similes, right? Okay, similar. What about the opposite of the word? You had it. What was it? Old. Very good. Fantastic job. Look at, we filled out our entire simile and antonym chart. Okay, so now that we've figured out the synonyms and the antonyms, we can leave it out so we all can look at it in case we need it during the reading, okay? And now why don't we open up our book to the first page. Okay? I know it's a little bit confusing. The first here says a little history. Very good. And why don't we do, have you ever heard of round robin reading?
Yes.
And that's when you kind of read about a paragraph and switch, right? Okay, so we're going to do that. So first we can see that there's a table of contents. Does anyone know what that is? Yes.
Where it can tell you story should go to read in the page.
Right, it's kind of like a chapter, right? So that way if you need to kind of refer to a certain part, like if you wanted to just talk about the queen ant, you can see, oh, the queen, page 13, right? Okay, but we're going to start at the beginning. So after we look at the table of contents, the first part is a little history. So why don't you start reading, okay?
You see them marching through grass and across sidewalks. You may have seen even seen them crawling over your kitchen counter. We're talking about ants. Tiny, strong, awesome ants.
Yes, or we could say tiny, powerful, awesome ants, right? Because powerful is our synonym.
So we're going to change it with the synonym.
No, you don't have to. I was just showing you that it means the same thing, right? Okay. So why don't you go to the next paragraph?
The fossil of a giant ant is over 20 million years old. Ants are about 100 million years old. They were crawling around in the dinosaurs between 10 and now they changed their life. Today over 10,000 species of ants live on every continent except Antarctica. They have been able to land so long of their bodies and how they live.
Good. You see how he put the word was survive, and he looked at our synonyms for survive and put live in there? And it makes sense, right? Because that's how synonyms work. But you couldn't put the antonyms, because then you'd get the opposite. Next one.
Like all insects, ants have 6 legs and 3 body parts. The back part of the body is the abdomen.
Very good, abdomen.
This part holds the heart and stomach. Some ants have
Stingers.
stingers that are used to defend themselves.
Good. So the word was protect, and she used the synonym and put defend in there. Very good. Okay. What's the next one?
There are 3 pairs of legs attached to the middle part called the thorax. Each leg has little hooks that allow ants to climb on anything. Ants can even hear with their legs by feeling vibrations through the ground.
Very good. Okay.
The head contains the brain, 2 eyes,
Antenna.
antenna, and jaw. The jaw open and close like cylinders. They are used for cutting and carrying things. Ants can lift more than 20 times their own weight. Ants also have
Mouth parts.
mouth parts 14 to 17.
Very good. I'll read the next part. The 2 eyes are each made up of many smaller eyes. Even though ants have so many eyes, they can't see very well. Instead, they use their antennae to get around. The antennae are like all-in-one sense machines. Ants use them to taste, smell, hear, and communicate with other ants through touching. The long, slim antennae are always moving around. So thin and slim are the synonyms, right? Okay, what's the next part?
Let's talk. 4 SPs Ants communicate with each other in 3 ways: touch, smell, and smell. Ants touch each other with their antennae in different ways to send different messages. They can also make noises to communicate by rubbing their legs together or on their bodies.
he replaced the word find with the synonym discover. Very good.
Usually built underground, they have new detectors which all have different uses. Some store food, while others are used to care for the young. Colonies even have rooms for ants to relax in.
Within the colony, every ant has a job. Worker ants and soldier ants fly according to the tools and the nest. These are usually the ants who receive over the land. Other ants build the nest, take care of the food, and do other jobs.
Okay, good job. Now let's just refresh our memories. So ants live inside what? What is it called? Colonies. Very good. And also, what is the way that ants use to communicate? They can't see their, what was it? Antenna. And what does the antenna help them do?
Smell, touch, and feel.
And hear, right? Isn't that pretty neat? All their senses are out of their antenna. Okay, good job. Okay, you can close the book. Very good. Okay, so let's just refresh our memories. What did we learn today about, oh, we already know. What did we learn about?
That ants can communicate with their antennas.
Ants can communicate with their antennas. Very good. Yes?
They found
Yes, they find their food and they defend or protect their nest. Yep.
only the queen is allowed to lay the eggs.
Only the queen can lay the eggs. Yes? They live in colonies. Very good. Okay, now what about vocabulary? What did we learn that helped us with vocabulary? What kind of skill did we work on today? Yes?
Replace the word down shoes with the synonym.
With a synonym. And what's a synonym?
A word that's the same.
It means the same, right? And what did we also find? Not only did we find the synonym, but what did we find? The which is the
opposite.
Very good. And then we also, as we always do when we read, we use our context clues to help figure out the difficult words, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Good job. Good job.